Hey everybody, Jack Carmody here. In today's video, I'd like to talk about the benefits of doing counseling over video. You know, for the longest time when you thought about going to see a counselor, you assume you would be sitting in the room in person, face to face with your counselor. And that's not necessarily the case anymore. Video counseling has become a lot more popular, so I wanted to take a few minutes and explain three of the big advantages that video counseling has over traditional in-person counseling. The first advantage is accessibility. And video counseling gives you access to so many more counselors. You're not limited to seeing a counselor who lives near you, or is local to you. So maybe you're in a small town where there's not a lot of options. Maybe you're in a small town where there are no counselors. Well, now you can see anyone in your state because you can do it over video. Maybe there are counselors in your area, but you don't find yourself resonating with them. Well, with video, you've got a lot more options, which can be really helpful. Sticking with the idea of accessibility, I've got some clients who are working that I meet with over lunch. So they hit their lunch break, they log in, we meet for an hour, and they log off. That session for them would not be possible if they had to drive for 10 or 15 or 30 minutes each way. So it makes counseling a lot more accessible for a lot of people. I've got clients I see who have kids and they meet with me while their child is napping, or they meet with me after their kids go to bed for the night. And again, for some of these folks, that's the only way they can do it. They don't have a babysitter or can't afford one, or just the extra hassle of having someone to watch the kids. Doing video counseling, that problem goes away. So it really does make it a lot more accessible for a lot of people. The second main advantage is comfort level. And I really have seen that a lot of my clients feel more comfortable opening up when they're in their own space. They're in their house, they're in their apartment, they're on their favorite couch, they've got their slippers on, they've got their pet by them, they've got their favorite cup of coffee, whatever it is. When people feel comfortable, they open up. And a lot of people feel more comfortable in their own space than they do going to a counselor's office. And I get that. And so that's a really big factor. The more someone feels comfortable, the more they open up, that is just leads to better counseling outcomes. The more things are in the light, I really believe that God can heal. So comfort level is a pretty big factor. The third benefit of video counseling is privacy. And you're entitled to your privacy. And if you don't want people to know you're in counseling, you should have that right. But the reality is a lot of in-person counseling offices, you've got to drive up to that office, and maybe it's on a busy street, and maybe someone's used your car there. A lot of counselors have shared office space. So my office used to be at a church, so you had to park at the church and walk in. Some counselors share space in kind of like a multi-purpose office building. So you'd walk in and maybe you have to pass, the accountant who's down the hall or whatever it is. So doing counseling over video really helps maintain your privacy. Unfortunately, this has happened to me a few times. I've had clients that will come to see me and they've had their confidentiality betrayed by a previous counselor. And so they're a little leery of counseling. So I've got a few clients that have picked me to see me specifically because I don't live in their area. So that if for some reason I were to violate their confidentiality, I'm not in their community. So it's like, who would I tell at that point? Because I'm not in their same circle. So privacy is a big issue. And, a lot of the privacy concerns really can be mitigated using video counseling. So accessibility, comfort, and privacy, three pretty big advantages that telehealth or video counseling has over in person. Video counseling is not right for everybody, but I throw these things out there to you so you can make a better decision about your own counseling choices. Out for now, and you'll have a good day.